Hey everyone, welcome to Geek Rant. It's Greg again on the channel with Toby and Sarah. And today we're going to be talking about the Disney D23 Expo trailers. Okay, so over the weekend, there was a lot of information that's come out from Disney about up and coming TV programs and movies. And there's a number of trailers. We're going to concentrate on 4 of those tonight, just because there's so much to go through.
There is.
We thought we'd pick the ones out that we thought looked most interesting to us. So we're going to be talking about the Mandalorian season 3. The new Andor series, which is due in a few days' time. The new Willow series, and then also the Secret Invasion TV series. So yes, plenty of TV series to review this time. So what we'll do is we'll put the videos up and we'll talk you through the trailers. Okay, so this is the trailer for the 3rd season of The Mandalorian.
Love the music.
This is the one that you saved?
This is obviously a bit of a recap from the 2nd series.
Father.
He's so cute.
A clan
of 2.
A clan of 2.
But you have removed your helmet.
He's told them that he's removed his helmet.
Then you are a Mandalorian. No more.
Must be difficult not to take your helmet off.
Actually, who's that person? Bo-Katan.
You're
So where's he gone?
fractured our people. Where were you then? Did you think your dad was the only Mandalorian?
Daddy!
It looks like some action, doesn't it?
All right, kid. Hang on. You ready for an adventure?
The music is so cool.
It only says streaming 23, doesn't it? Which is
Yeah, they're keeping that open, aren't they? Basically.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. So, what did you think? Did that get you pique your interests?
Yeah, can't wait. I love that Mandalorian.
I know it's been a good series, hasn't it? You know, for me, it's been one of the little rays of hope in the Star Wars universe. Really, not been that much to get that excited about. But when that came out, it really rejuvenated my interest. Annoyingly, it's kept me hooked.
He's a really good actor in that role, and I love the little goat Grogu. How's it pronounced?
I thought you said Grogu. I thought you said little goat then for a minute.
I still call it I still call him
the
Baby
goat.
Yoda.
That's the new nickname, the goat. Well, I'm slightly concerned that there's going to be too much cuteness because I think it was a bit.
Do you think
it was new in the 1st season?
Yeah.
Then we got rid of it in the 2nd season. There's been an outcry about having Baby Yoda in it, and he's come back. They've reunited. I'm just slightly concerned that he's going to be popping up all over the place going.
Yeah, but he's cute.
I don't know whether that sometimes be a little bit too much.
I think that the best traits of the Mandalorian are when he's protecting the Baby Yoda, and I think that shows a really humane side of him, and I love that.
Yeah.
And yet he's still really fucking hard as well at the same time. It's got
exactly.
it's a man showing his soft side. Is that what you're saying?
I think that's great.
No, I think it looks great because the Mandalore is going to be the main. What's the name of the city that was destroyed or the planet that was destroyed?
It's I think it is Mandalore, isn't it? I'm not sure about the city
the
name.
home. He's obviously gone home, isn't he?
Yeah, it's all about him taking the sword, the position of power, isn't it? Because
I don't know, because the armorer lady had said to him, you're not a Mandalorian anymore, unless you go and to some sort of waters or something that runs underneath the Mandalorian.
He's got a quest. So he's got a quest, does he?
He's got like a quest to go and do. So I think that's when you see him walking around in sort of caverns with a bit of watery stuff. I think that's him trying to regain his status as a Mandalorian.
Okay.
Yeah. Although, Bo-Katan had sort of said to him, you're from a cult, a real cult, that we take our helmets off. We're Mandalorian, we take our helmets off.
We saw her there standing with her helmet off. I
wonder if
she's been in about 500 different sci-fi series, isn't she?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Yeah. Katie Sackhoff.
Katie Sackhoff, yeah.
She was in Battlestar Galactica, and
she was indeed
a few other bits, wasn't she?
Yeah.
And she did the voice. She did the voice for Bo-Katan in the is it Rebels or I'm trying to think which series it was. So it was kind of nice for her to play the actual part because she did the voice, so that's quite cool.
She's got that energy. She's very believable. I think she's great.
Yeah, I think she's got a great voice as well.
She's got a great personality, and I noticed she's wearing the boob armor as well.
Yeah,
there was a lot. There was a lot of discussion, Sarah, about the boob armor and whether they. Yeah, there was a lot of debate about it whether they should.
Between you two, or.
Yeah, well, obviously, but
when you're offline.
From that,
just offline,
But
I was quite interested to see old Carl Weathers, as Griff Karga.
Yeah.
And did you see how he looked? He looked all
wonderful,
sort of like
regal.
Yeah.
He looked great.
That place is obviously becoming more and more prosperous, now that the Mandalorian held. And I think, the bit where you see all the Mandalorians flying down and attacking.
Yeah.
I think they're going to help him because I think there was some shady looking characters there that might be a gang or trying to take over. And I think I think that's maybe one of his missions to help old Karga again to sort out the problems down there. So I'm quite looking forward to a bit of action. There was lots of action, wasn't there?
Yeah.
You saw. He was flying around, dog fighting, and
some interesting points of view as well. Looking down on them as they kind of came out of that carrier, and seeing them sit all lined up in there. I thought it's some interesting, good cinematography.
Yes,
so I thought that would look great. I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be good. I think, as you say, Sarah, he's a great actor in that role. He's one of these actors who doesn't have to do a lot to have a lot of presence. He's there and you can feel him. He's the way he moves.
I think it's always a good sign of an actor, isn't it? If you can have a mask on and still portray a character, that's some pretty good going, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to it too. I mean, I did see that they obviously go back to Tatooine as well and see that lady who fixes the ships and stuff, but hopefully that's not
a bit light side, sort of light-hearted.
Hopefully that's not too much. I'm trying to stay away from Tatooine really because there's too much of that, sandy, deserty planet, But
I think we are. I think they are going to avoid being there too much. I think it's going to be. Now we're going to see Mandalore and all that. I think it's going to be good. I'm excited.
Excellent. Yeah. Excellent. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. It didn't have a date though for when it's coming out. It just says streaming in 2023.
Yeah. Pedro Pascal doing his Mandalorian. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, definitely. Great. Okay. Well, shall we have a look at another Star Wars property that's coming out very soon?
Why not? I know you're particularly excited about this one, Greg.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, this one's I'm quite looking forward to.
What,
as well.
more than the Mandalorian?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to hold my excitement,
Yeah. Then you'll get that big sense of being let down. You're not careful.
Right, let's have a look at this one then. So this is the latest trailer for Andor.
Spies. Saboteurs.
She looks so good there.
She does
We've
look
all
good.
done terrible things on behalf of the rebellion.
Cassian Andor. Don't matter what you tell me or tell yourself.
He looks
You'll
impressive,
ultimately
doesn't
die
he?
fighting these bastards. Wouldn't you rather give it all at once to something real?
You bet he would.
We've chosen a side. We're fighting against.
I'm liking the locations. It looks
There is
like proper
organized rebel
locations.
effort. Drill down and get a hunt started.
She looks good. That woman.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
People will suffer.
They're communicating there, so they know what's going on.
At what cost?
Yeah.
Everything.
Every day
Conspiracy.
we wait, they get stronger.
Let's take them by
That
surprise.
again, coming back.
For the greater good.
Yeah.
Call it what you will.
Forrest Whitaker as well is good.
War.
A little bit of action.
Are standing up. They're afraid. Right now, they're afraid.
Oh, she's scary. See, he was launched then
Star
through that
Wars
tunnel into
Andor,
space.
3-episode premiere, streaming September 21st.
3 episodes as well, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is brilliant, isn't it? I'm
It's
quite...
so authentic. Love the fact they can maintain the authentic vibe.
Yes.
Well, yeah, it's the Rogue One authentic vibe that
Yeah.
It
is
is.
quite separate from a lot of the other Star Wars
Yeah.
stuff.
It's
that
got
we've
its own
seen
style,
recently.
isn't it? It's got its own real
Gritty.
style. Yeah.
Cinematic.
Absolutely. That was one thing I was, as I was saying in the trailer there. It looks so cinematic, doesn't it? It
Yeah.
really does. They've obviously using some real locations. I am a fan. I am a fan of the volume, but it's also you can tell when there's a great big expanse, like that you can see them flying past, and looking down on the terrain. That's a real.
Those wide angles you can't get in the volume.
You can't do that in the volume. No, that's just impossible.
Yeah.
But that looks really effective. I'm loving it. It's quite dark, isn't it? It's got a quite, like you say, a gritty feel to it.
Yeah.
They've
played around with the palette as well. The color palette, I think, it's slightly blue.
Yeah.
So what is the premise of this? Tell me, because I don't know as much about Andor.
Right.
When's it set?
Well, it's set about 5 years before Rogue One, and it's the story of Cassian Andor, how he becomes part of the resistance against the Empire, how that all sets up.
How the resistance forms, the rebels.
The whole resistance, how the whole thing.
Well, I think, and it's these show that actually it's happening all over the place. There are different people who are being affected by thinking, what are they doing to these worlds? So there are people who want to rebel, and Mon Mothma is one of these key figures.
That's right.
Who can bring it together. I think that they're given her,
and also, and the same with Stellan Skarsgård's character. He looks like some sort of merchant or something who's quite well respected and so on. And he's going to be interacting with her at some point, and and maybe joining forces. So you're right. That's a really good point about that, Toby. It looks like they're all different parts sort of coming together. And hopefully they're all going to, exactly.
I think one of the things that this show
really cool.
benefits from is the fact that they shot a lot of it quite a while ago before the Obi-Wan stuff, and so it hasn't quite been sucked into that kind of that tacky side of Star Wars that has become prevalent in some of this Disney that we've been watching. So,
the poor writing,
the lack of content, the relying on old characters that the key characters, rather than picking out smaller characters and enhancing like done with Mon Mothma, which is going to be fascinating. And then they're introducing some new characters like this character played by Denise Gough, Deborah Miro, who she looks terrifying, doesn't she?
She looks good, doesn't she? She looks scary.
That's great though when you see a bit of sort of something really hard, like that.
Absolutely.
She obviously believes in her cause.
Well,
Very
the good thing
exciting.
is we don't have to wait long. It's coming out on the 21st of September.
Yeah.
10 days.
That it had been delayed, and so what they're doing is they're putting 3 episodes on that date.
Why was it delayed?
I'm not sure. It might have been
anything.
other shows around it, but for whatever reason they've. It's now the 21st of September. They've got three shows on that night, So that's going to be, and I'm looking forward to reviewing it, and I'm hoping, I'm fingers crossed, I'm hoping this isn't going to get. It hasn't been really well.
The only fear that I have is that the main actor Diego Luna, who plays Cassian, for me, I didn't like him in Rogue One that much. I just thought he was quite plain, barren of emotion. Now they may have realized that and played that into his character arc. He may be beaten down, he may be dour because of his past, which we didn't see before, but now we may get a bit of an explanation to why he's such a miserable bastard. So that might give it more credence, it might give it more strength. So that's going to be interesting to see how that works.
Excellent.
Brilliant.
Excellent. So I'm well looking forward to that. Brilliant.
It's looking good.
Good. Okay, so on to a completely different thing now. This is one that's probably close to all our hearts. Toby and I did review the first teaser trailer for Willow. And so this is the latest full trailer. Okay, let's have a look.
You think you know what is real and what isn't. What is light?
The music.
What is dark?
Yeah, the music.
Now,
Goosebumps.
forget all you know. Come with
Epic
me.
scale.
Willow.
They're going all out. It's a bit better than the
We're
other
looking for the
trailer.
sorcerer, Willow.
I agree.
I was told that once long ago you defeated the forces of evil.
Good.
You remind me of your mother.
My dear friend.
Oh, is that Elora Venom?
I thought I could prevent all this.
It can't be.
I was wrong. My brother was abducted. The world needs you again. It needs your magic.
Follow me.
Follow
We must
me.
go beyond the edge of our world, into the unknown. I need your help.
Your favourite. It's a brownie.
Damn. Happy
I
to
think
see
it's
it.
Our true enemy is still out there, rallying the forces of evil.
This guy looks
The only
amazing.
thing standing in his path is us.
I'm going to enjoy this.
If you're thinking what I'm thinking, so am I.
I doubt that very much. Take him to my tent and make sure he's tied up.
I don't know. See, that kind of sounds like we're on the same page.
Okay.
When I was a kid, I used to play at being a
A few
sorcerer,
adult jokes.
visiting strange worlds, fighting monsters. Never thought I'd actually really do it.
What the hell is that?
That bit does look like it's just in ruins. Down in England.
Trolls. I'm so miffed.
Good old reference to the old trolls.
We have to hurry.
How will you defeat us?
Same as last time. With my friends.
With my friend.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of Easter eggs. 30th of November.
Yeah, I think so too.
Have to watch the film again before I watch it, so I can try and pick up on some of those little references.
Well, do you know what? How sad was I when we reviewed that last one? I then watched the film again.
I kind of had intended to, but I think I'm going to do it before the TV series.
Before the series comes.
Yeah.
Well, it comes out on November 30th, so there's
Not
plenty
long.
of time. Not long. Not
long,
as in
but-
you can watch it.
Yeah. There's plenty of time to watch it, but it's that'll soon be upon us, won't it?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming out really
There
close
is.
together.
There is. It's
like they're
coming out quick.
non-stop making stuff. Like they're making so
Well, I
much
think
stuff.
it's interesting you say that, Sarah. Toby and I have sort of had this discussion before where we've sort of said, are they churning stuff out because they've got to fulfill the Disney Plus, need for more and more product all the time, and
it's a shame though, because then it affects the quality.
Exactly. This is exactly what we've said.
Yeah. I think that we may be also seeing a bit of a backlog here from COVID coming through. Maybe for a year more, we might get, considering it takes them 2 years, 3 years to make these things. I think we're going to be seeing a little bit of a splurge at this point. I kind of expected it because of that.
Yeah.
You think they'd hold on to some of it though, but I suppose they've got
a schedule, haven't they? They've got
agreements with the people that have made the films and stuff as well.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah.
So this trailer, I mean, I thought it looked epic. It looked really cool. There were a couple of alarm bells for me, but I know.
I mean, there were certain bits Willow I thought it looked epic, and then there were certain bits where I thought that looks very TV, like that bit where they're running around in the ruins of a castle or whatever.
Now, you see, I didn't mind that too much because that took me right back to the film when they're fighting the troll in the castle, as you said.
Yeah,
but made me
that didn't look like it was just they've gone to Corfe Castle
it could have
for the afternoon to do this,
I don't know, but
I like all the young characters, the new generation of characters that they're going to be introducing. It'd be interesting to see how they all slot in.
Yes, well, I'm trying to work out which one's Elora Danan. It was got to be one of them, isn't it? And was it that young girl?
The girl.
We need your magic. Is that her?
When he said you're like your mother.
Or that's her daughter, Laura Danan's daughter.
Maybe.
So, or that might.
But you've got Saoirse.
How many years ahead is it?
It might be the sorcerer's daughter. I don't know. But it's speculation.
So many possibilities.
Because at the end, you see the old lady.
Yes, I know. I saw that.
I think it's probably the old lady's daughter, isn't it? That is the wizard. There, the little.
Yeah, I need to rewatch the film now. Wizard. I'm feeling a bit confused.
I have to say, I was disappointed with the voiceover from Willow.
Yeah.
I thought that at times it didn't sound right. It didn't sound like it was. It sounded a bit corny.
I know what you mean.
Because in the first one, he's a new wizard and he's unsure of himself.
Yeah.
And we were longing for Willow to succeed in all the fibers of our body. We're like, come on, Willow. But this time he's now meant to be like a powerful wizard, isn't he? Who knows? And I don't know whether that's going to translate across.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And it's a good
very much very much an underdog story, wasn't it? The original film, and I think that's what people get behind, isn't it? They like an underdog story, But I think it still could be good. I think it could be entertaining.
I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to enjoy watching.
And there seemed to be a lot of magic and a lot of effects, didn't there? There was because Willow's got his staff and the original wand.
Yes. Yeah. Has he got that wand? I think that someone else has got it.
Yeah,
I think someone else. I think he comes up against someone who's got Cylindra's wand. So
and then he's got his own wand that
he's got his own staff, isn't he? Which has got that green.
But he's also got a little wand he fired the fire from.
Oh, that's true. I didn't. Yeah,
he did that, and then he blew the end of it.
Yeah.
In a kind of corny way. Don't know why.
Yeah, it was a bit corny, wasn't it?
A bit bad, and then there's that creature with the helmet on. I thought he looked like something out of Mad Max or some kind of the hills, Silent Hill or something. What it's called, Silent Hill. There's that big.
He looked like the big baddie though, didn't he? They didn't really show him in too much detail.
No.
Yeah,
I thought that's great. A little bit of horror, and I think that there's a place for a little bit of horror in Willow. They mustn't forget that there was a cruelty in Willow that was quite powerful and prevalent, wasn't there? When people turned into those pigs in the first show.
Always
and
hate
the sound of the pigs.
Yeah, I always hated that. Yeah, it was horrible.
It was horrible when we were young watching that. We were like, oh my god, it was horrible. So there needs to be that. There needs to be that. I know that has to be that in there to work. Because if it's too soft, and we've got a bunch of teenagers pouncing around trying to decide their identity. Then I will be. Then it will be an issue.
That'd be disappointing, won't it?
Yeah, that would be. An issue.
Well, let's see.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, that comes out on November the 30th. That's great. Another good one. So we'll have finished Andor probably, and then we can get onto that one. So that's great.
They keep coming.
Okay, so the final one we're going to talk about, and like I say, there were other shows and things talked about, other movies.
Quite a lot.
There's other bits and pieces. There's quite a lot of stuff. So, but we were keen to go through these 4 because we thought they were interesting. This last one is the Marvel series, Secret Invasion. So let's have a quick look at that.
For years, you've been avoiding Earth. I have called for your help plenty of other times, and you've been pretty content to let those calls go straight to voicemail.
Yeah, well, this is different. How much do you know about your security detail?
What do you mean, how much do I know about him?
Fury, we gotta be very careful now.
You're in no shape for this fight that lies before us.
This is just the beginning.
This is my war alone. And I'm the last person standing between them and what they really want. And what is that?
Samuel Jackson's in it. I'm a big fan of his.
I mean,
he's good at carrying films. He's good at carrying things.
Yeah.
He's a great actor.
He is a legend. He is a legend.
Yeah. He is really good. And a couple of other good, people are in it. Martin Freeman, Kobe Smulders.
He can be good, quite good. And then I find him a bit irritating sometimes because he often plays the same character.
On the role. Yeah, but he's playing an American CIA operative on this, isn't he? So he's not just doing his Sherlock, his Watson impression,
I know what you mean though, but I know what Toby means though. I do feel like he's a bit samey.
Yeah, he is.
I wish he could be a bit more dynamic with his acting.
I just don't know whether his makeup and his body size and how he is would fit maybe an action hero.
Well, maybe he should try where he wears a complete bodysuit and changes.
Is he going to be
like a monster?
He's going to be the next Iron Man, is he?
No, but like he could have been Vecna in Stranger Things,
Oh, right.
But
I don't know. Interesting idea.
Yeah, it is interesting because this the whole Secret Invasion.
Yeah,
they also announced Miss Marvels. The Marvels.
That's right.
Yeah, the 3 women.
Yes.
And then they also did the new Daredevil, didn't they?
Yeah,
that's coming 24. Yeah. So that's a way away.
Have a look at that at some point.
Are they restarting the whole story?
Yeah, it's called Daredevil Reborn, isn't it? Or something. And
so that's
like
all.
The previous stuff never happened.
I don't know
a lot about it at the moment, but I'm just they're throwing so much stuff out at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm just
they
struggling
also
to
had
keeping.
They also had they've got Wakanda Forever coming, which is due soon. And then they've also talked about things like the Thunderbolts, which is another sort of team up, film or TV series. Is it TV series or film?
I don't know, actually. I don't know.
That's a good question.
Interesting.
Ironheart,
Iron Man.
That's it. Yeah.
I mean,
a woman that designed.
So why are they doing Secret Invasion with these Skrulls? It seems like a really weird choice to do, other than the fact that maybe it can go under the radar and,
I think it could be self-contained.
Yeah.
It could be self-contained. Yeah. Yeah, which is a good point, isn't it? Sometimes
I
it's
think
nice
it's quite a cool idea that they've infiltrated. But
and
it
could work well. It could work well on a TV series. You see, I think I could see that as a TV series that you're following the. You know,
I don't know whether you ever watched V. Did you ever watch V?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, with this Secret Invasion, you never know who's who.
No.
So because the Skrull can take on the form of any human.
Exactly.
So and there's some indication that they're gonna say certain one hero's a Skrull, or there's gonna be some kind of call out. You know, so I personally do not like that element to shows when I find it a bit cheap and a bit unpredictable and like they're just covering excuses. You know, making excuses for things, and
it makes it easier for them, doesn't it?
It does. Because they could at the very end. It could be Samuel L. Jackson turns out to be a Skrull. You know,
that's the indication.
It's things like that
first scene,
isn't it? You know,
when he comes out of that spaceship and his form changes.
Well, that's because in one of the films, and I can't remember which one it was. He's on a spaceship somewhere. I can't remember which film it was, but he's up somewhere talking to people in a spaceship somewhere. So
no, but I like that. Actually, it's not really him, because she says at the beginning, for that. You don't answer any of my phone calls.
I know. I that's why I sort of wondered.
Covering for the fact he hasn't been in the last 8 films, but actually, it might be because he's a Skrull. They also did. They announced the Ant-Man and Wasp.
That's right. Yeah, Quantumania.
Apparently, that's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Oh God, not another multiverse of madness. Bloody hell.
They're doing a series called Werewolf by Night. Have you seen that?
That looked interesting.
It looks very different.
Yeah.
I didn't look at that one actually.
Black and white.
So many.
Black and white, shot in a very kind of retro, kind of old horror style cinematography. So
what's interesting is even though they've had a few duds recently, it hasn't deterred them at all, has it? You know, they are chucking it out and they're getting it out there. And I was kind of thinking, did they need a bit of a cool down period to then regroup and rethink their strategy a little bit? Because, you know,
they can't stop, can they?
No, they can't stop. It's a big machine now, isn't it?
I think going. I mean, the whole what's his name, Thor cock up on that last film, that's been a huge blunder for them, hasn't it?
Oh, massive.
It's still getting absolutely slated.
I like your reference, Sarah. Blunder, Thor, Love and Blunder.
That's a great one. Thor, Love and Blunder. Brilliant.
People can't stop talking about how shit it is. Now it's just come out on Disney Plus. The people talking about it on like all the different forums saying, "Oh, I couldn't watch till the end."
Well, I think that's going to end Taika Waititi's contract, isn't it? You know,
career.
Lord.
Well, no, I think he did all right with the third Thor film. I thought that was good.
Didn't let him have full.
Yeah, but that's what you need to do, isn't it? You need to rein him in a bit. You know, get the good bits out of him and rein
Unfortunately, I think Chris Hemsworth and him are really good friends, and I don't think he'd do another 4 unless he was doing it.
That's interesting.
So,
we've had enough of Thor.
We've probably had enough of Thor, haven't we?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Did those words just come out of your mouth? I can't believe it.
I know. I'm really disappointed.
Thought you'd never have enough of Thor.
I know, but I'm disappointed.
I know, it was disappointing, wasn't it? Yeah.
It's been a bit disappointing. I'm hoping that some of this stuff picks up a bit, but it still doesn't seem. And I just, I still can't get over the fact that Harry Styles is going to be in one of the films.
Okay, well, there's actually quite a lot to look forward to. Some we're a bit unsure of, but some good stuff possibly coming up. We're hoping this Mandalorian, come on, and Andor, the Star Wars could be coming back. So that's good. Well, thanks very much for joining us tonight. We've enjoyed talking about this. Obviously, we'd love you to subscribe to our channel. We'd love some likes and some comments. So
comments. Let us know what you feel.
Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.